In last lecture, we have studied the acquired immunity type systems and their different types and the cells which are responsible for this acquired immunity, that is T lymphocyte and B lymphocyte. As we have seen in the last lecture, this T lymphocyte is responsible for cell mediated immunity and B lymphocytes are responsible for antibody mediated immunity. So from that we have studied how this T lymphocyte is responsible for cellular immunity or cell mediated immunity. What is the action of T lymphocyte when some antigens are coming inside our body and these T lymphocytes are getting stimulated, and what is the action which is taking place by the help of T lymphocyte. And then we have to study action of B lymphocyte when coming the antigen coming inside our body and the action of B lymphocyte taking place against the antigen. So first point of our discussion is mechanism of action of T lymphocytes to the antigen. Suppose some antigens are coming inside our body, then from our immunity system the T lymphocytes are getting stimulated and they are producing different types of cells as we have seen in the last lecture, and therefore the T lymphocytes are showing here cell mediated immunity. So here on coming in contact with antigen, a T lymphocyte forms clone of T cells. When antigen is introduced in our body, the T lymphocytes are getting stimulated and they are showing proliferation of T cells. They are forming a clone of T cells, that means they are forming a group of T cells, and these T cells are similar but they are performing different functions. Means all the T cells formed in a group are similar but they are performing 4 different types of functions. So accordingly the T cells are given 4 names because they are performing 4 functions. So here the 4 types of T lymphocytes: helper T cells, killer T cells or cytotoxic cells, suppressor T cells and memory T cells. As the name suggests, their function you have to understand here. Helper T cells means they are helping the other T cells. Killer T cells or cytotoxic T cells means these cells are killing someone and therefore is called as killer T cells. Suppressor T cells means these T cells are suppressing the action. They are suppressing the action and therefore called as suppressor T cells. And memory T cells means they can memorize and therefore called as a memory T cells. In detail we have to study all these cells. So here the first is the helper T cells. What does they do? Here we have to see they produce a chemical called as a lymphokinase, through which helper T cell performing the functions like proliferation of other T cells, stimulation of B lymphocytes, attraction of macrophages, etc. Means what happens, you see here, when antigen is coming inside our body, the T lymphocytes forming clone. Out of that clone, the first type is helper T cell. These helper T cells are secreting a special type of chemical called as a lymphokinase, and through which these helper T cell perform other functions like they are proliferating other T cells. Means by the secretion of lymphokinase, these helper T cells are responsible for increasing the number of other T cells. Means killer T cells, suppressor T cells and memory T cells. All these 3 cells number will be increased with the help of action of these helper T cells, and therefore it is responsible for proliferation of other T cells. The next function here, these helper T cells along with the secretion of lymphokinase are responsible for stimulation of B lymphocytes. Stimulation of B lymphocytes for the production of antibodies. So here the B lymphocytes are getting stimulated with the help of helper T cells, and this is a function. And third, attraction of macrophages. So by the action of these helper T cells at the infection site or at the injury site, the macrophages are getting attracted. So All these functions are carried out with the help of these helper T cells by the secretion of lymphokinase, which is secreted by those helper T cells. So this is the first type of helper T cell which are responsible for these three actions, means proliferation of other T cells, stimulation of B lymphocytes and attraction of macrophages. Now we will see the second type here, that is killer T cell or cytotoxic T cell. What does this T cell do? Here they directly attack and destroy invading microbes, infected body cells and cancer cells. Means here these cells are directly killing, they are directly destroying the invading microbes, the infected cells or the cancer cells, and therefore these cells are called as a killer T cells or destroyed cytotoxic T cells. These cells bind to infected cells and secrete perforins, that is glycoprotein responsible for pore formation, and which is producing a hole in infected cell and releases toxin to kill that cell, and hence called as a cytotoxic cell. So why these killer T cells are called as a cytotoxic cell? Here we can see when this cell is bind to the infected cell, means this killer T cell or cytotoxic T cell is bind to infected cell and it secrete perforin. It is a glycoprotein which is responsible for pore formation. म्हणजेच काय की ह्या परफोरिनच्या सिक्रेशनमुळे त्या इन्फेक्टेड सेलमध्ये काय तयार होतं, एक पोअर तयार होतं, एक छिद्र तयार होतं, and that pore releases toxin to kill that cell, and hence it is called as a cytotoxic cell. Means that infected cell is getting destroyed by the toxin secreted by this cell, and it is secreted by the pore of the infected cell, which is created by the secretion of perforin, and this cytotoxic cell is responsible for the pore formation, and therefore this cell is responsible for destruction of infected cell or destruction of any invading pathogen, that may be a bacteria or fungal pathogen or viral pathogen. So here this is the second type of cell, that is killer T cell. Now third type here, the suppressor T cell. What does it functions? These cells suppress the activities of T cells and prevent from the damaging cell by suppressing the immune response. Means when any infection taking place inside our body, our immunity system is responsive against that pathogen, but this response is up to certain limit. Means what? Here after some response, these suppressor T cells are responsible for suppressing the activities of T cells, and therefore they are helping the damage of our other cells. Our other body cells are getting to be damaged by the action of T cells. So to stop this damage, to stop this action of this T lymphocyte, the suppressor T cells are responsible for suppressing the activities of T cell. म्हणजेच काय की ह्या T सेलच्या ॲक्शनमुळं आपल्या शरीरातल्या बाकीच्या सेलला कोणतीही इजा पोहोचू नये, कोणताही डॅमेज होऊ नये म्हणून काय केलेलं असतं, काही ग्रुप असा असतो की तो सप्रेस करण्याचं काम करतो, आणि ह्या सप्रेशनमुळे काय केलं जातं, अदर बॉडी सेल्सचं डॅमेज होण्यापासून संरक्षण केलं जातं. सो दिस ग्रुप ऑफ सेल इज कॉल्ड एज अ सप्रेसर टी सेल. अँड लास्ट हियर मेमरी टी सेल. These cells keep the information of previous experience, that is sensitization, for future use. Means some cells are responsible for keeping the information of the previous experience for the future use. म्हणजे पूर्वी कधीतरी आपल्याला इन्फेक्शन झाल्यानंतर काय केलं होतं याची माहिती साठवून ठेवण्याची क्षमता या सेलमध्ये असते. त्या सेलला काय म्हटलं जातं, मेमरी टी सेल म्हटलं जातं. म्हणजे पुन्हा कधी इन्फेक्शन झालं असेल तर पटकन हे मेमरी सेल काय करतात, त्या पद्धतीने ॲक्शन घेतात आणि लगेच त्या इन्फेक्शनला स्टॉप केलं जातं. सो all these four types of T cells are produced by the T lymphocyte, and therefore this T lymphocyte is considered as cell mediated immunity or cellular immunity. So here from this T lymphocyte point, a question asked in 2004, what is true about T lymphocytes in mammals? मॅमल्समध्ये यातलं काय बरोबर आहे असं विचारलेलं आहे. फर्स्ट, दे स्कॅवेंज डॅमेज्ड सेल्स अँड सेल्युलर डेब्रिज. दीज आर प्रोड्युस्ड इन थायरॉइड. These are main three types: cytotoxic T cell, helper T cell and suppressor T cell, and these originate in the lymphoid tissue. So can you guess the answer? What is the correct answer related to T lymphocyte? So here we can see the C option is the correct. These are main three types: cytotoxic, helper and suppressor, because they are not scavenging damaged cell and cellular debris. They are not phagocytic cells. These are produced in thyroid. No, these are not produced in thyroid. These are differentiating. These are produced in bone marrow tissue, but they are differentiating in thymus gland, not thyroid. And here, these originate in lymphoid tissue. No, it is not the correct answer. So C option is the correct answer. Now, this is first part, mechanism of action of T lymphocyte to the antigen. The second point here, mechanism of action of B lymphocyte to the antigen. What is the action of B lymphocyte when antigen is introduced inside our body? So here, B lymphocytes are activated by both antigen and helper T cells. Means when any pathogen or any antigen coming inside our body, our helper T cells and that antigen, these both are giving stimulus to the B lymphocyte, and therefore B lymphocytes are here getting activated by the antigen as well as the helper T cell. So after activating, the B lymphocyte produces two types of cells, that is plasma cell and memory cells. So after activation, these B lymphocytes are producing two types of cell, plasma cell and memory cell. Out of that, plasma cells are responsible for the production of antibodies. So here the plasma cells are producing some special type of glycoproteins which are called as antibodies, which are entering into the circulation through the blood and lymph. Means antibodies are produced by the plasma cells of B lymphocytes. That you have to remember for the NEET exam. That means these antibodies are special glycoproteins and these are produced by the plasma cells of B lymphocytes. So, and after formation, these are circulated throughout the body with the help of blood and lymph. These antibodies are produced by these plasma cells and they are getting circulated, they are distributed in our body through our blood circulation and lymph circulation. So, here each antibody is specific for a particular antigen. That you have to remember, particular antigen is responsible for formation of particular antibody, or particular antibody is produced against the particular antigen. So here, what is the action of antibody on the antigen, that we have to see here. These antibodies are showing three main functions from the antigen. First, agglutination, second, opsonization, and third, neutralization. When these antibodies are attacking to the antigen, the three main functions are shown by these antibodies. First is agglutination, second is opsonization, and third is neutralization. So first here is agglutination. What does it mean? It is formation of large clump with the antigen. When antigen is coming inside our body, antibodies are produced by our body. That antigen and antibody, they are combining together and they are forming a clump. जे एक गाठ तयार झाल्यासारखं किंवा एक गुच्छ तयार झाल्यासारखं तिथं स्ट्रक्चर तयार होतं आणि त्याला क्लम्प असं म्हणलेलं आहे. अँड दॅट प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ अग्लुटिनेशन. फॉर्मेशन ऑफ लार्ज क्लम्प विथ अँटीजन मीन्स अँटीबॉडी अँड अँटीजन आर कंबाइनिंग विथ इच अदर अँड दे आर फॉर्मिंग अ क्लम्प अँड दॅट प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ अग्लुटिनेशन. दिस इज द फर्स्ट फंक्शन carried out by the antibody. Now, after formation of clump, what happens? Second step, opsonization. There is formation of a large coat around the bacteria to make them large. Means suppose that antigen is a bacteria, then after formation of clumping, there is formation of a coat around that bacteria to increase the size of bacteria, and it gets immobilized, means the motility is going on decreasing, and therefore this immobilized mass is then engulfed by phagocytes. What does it have? Causes. Here you can see these bacteria which are acting as antigen, they are engulfed by these phagocytes. After formation of a coat, the size is increases and it gets immobilized, and then this immobilized mass is engulfed by the phagocytes which are present in our blood, and therefore this process is called as a opsonization. Okay. Third, neutralization. When this pathogen, that is a large coated pathogen, it is immobilized mass, it is engulfed by phagocytes. Sometimes they secrete some toxin and we have to neutralize that toxin, and therefore the third step here, third main function, neutralization is taking place, that is detoxification of toxins released by the bacteria. For example, tetanus toxin, means after engulfing by the phagocytes, these bacteria may secrete some toxins, and for the neutralization of these toxins, here detoxification is taking place of this toxin, and that process is called as a neutralization. So here these antibodies are here responsible for these three actions. First, agglutination, second, opsonization, and third, neutralization. So here, by using these three different actions, these antigens are getting destroyed by the antibodies. So for these three steps are here. We have studied mechanism of action of B lymphocytes to the antigen. Okay. Now, the different types of cells which are responsible for acquired immunity, we have seen first two types. There are lymphocytes and second is the antigen presenting cells. Out of that, we have studied just lymphocytes, two types of lymphocytes, T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. Action of T lymphocyte, action of B lymphocyte, that we have already studied. Now, the second type of cell which is responsible for giving acquired immunity to our body, and that type of cell, it is antigen presenting cells. These cells are also responsible for development of acquired immunity inside our body. So what does these cells having some characteristic feature we have to see here. These cells are specialized cells of acquired immunity. These are some specialized cells of our acquired immunity. These are processing antigen and break it. Means these are not forming any antibody, but they are processing the antigen. म्हणजे काहीतरी प्रोसेसिंग त्या अँटीजेनवरती केली जाते ह्या सेलकडून, अँड द अँटीजन आर ब्रेकिंग. म्हणून तिथं काय म्हणलेलं आहे आपण, दीज आर प्रोसेसिंग अँटीजन अँड ब्रेकिंग इट. सो व्हॉट इज द ॲक्शन? दीज सेल engulf invading pathogens and process the antigens which are destroyed later on. When antigen is coming inside our body, what does these antigen presenting cells do? Here we can see these cells firstly engulf that invading pathogen, means they are engulfing that antigen, and after that they are processing it. They are processing the antigen, and later on these antigen are destroyed by these cells. So this is the process carried out by these antigen presenting cells. So these cells are able to deliver a co-stimulatory signal that is necessary for helper T cell activation. So this is the second function of these antigen presenting cells, is that these cells are able to deliver a co-stimulatory signal that is necessary for helper T cell activation. Means suppose when antigen is coming inside our body, to fight against that antigen, here helper T cell activation is very important, and for that helper T cell activation, these antigen presenting cells are sending a co-stimulatory signal for the helper T cell activation, and therefore these antigen presenting cells are very much responsible for our acquired immunity. So which are the examples of these antigen presenting cells? So here are the three examples given. First, here the macrophages. Macrophages, the monocytes as a blood macrophage and histocytes as a tissue macrophage. Macrophage, macro, large, and phage means to eat. There are some large cells which are engulfing the pathogens. So here in blood, as we know, the monocytes are acting as a blood macrophage, means suppose if some pathogens are coming directly into the blood, in blood the monocytes are acting as a blood macrophage, and suppose the pathogens are coming inside the tissue, then histocytes are acting as a macrophage. So here first antigen presenting cell is the macrophages. Second, B lymphocytes. As you know, we have just seen the action of B lymphocyte on the antigen which is coming inside the body. They are producing different types of antibodies in our body, and therefore B lymphocyte is the example of B antigen presenting cell. And dendritic cells, this is the third example. That means here example, Langerhans cells of the epidermis of the skin. This is skin and this is the epidermis of skin, and in this epidermis of skin there are some cells which are called as the Langerhans cells, and these cells are also responsible for giving immunity. Those are called as the antigen presenting cells. So this is the second type of cell, antigen presenting cell. Here now the next point here is the vaccination. As we know, different types of vaccines are given to infant after the birth, and this vaccination is very much important for the development of immunity in our body. Related to that, a very short point is here vaccination. Administration of vaccine to protect against a particular pathogen is called as a vaccination. What is meant by vaccination? The administration of a vaccine to protect against a particular pathogen. That means this vaccine contains inactivated pathogen or antigenic protection of a particular pathogen. What does mean by vaccine? Vaccine contains inactivated pathogen, means that pathogen is getting inactivated and then it is introduced into our body. That is called as a vaccination, or antigenic protection of particular pathogen. Here the antigen is getting introduced into the body, but that antigen is inactivated or deactivated, and it is only responsible for the development of immune response in our body, and that process, that is called as a vaccination. Here vaccination is a way to teach the immune system as to how to recognize and eliminate pathogenic organism. Means what? After vaccination, the body is getting idea how to develop an immune system to fight against a particular antigen or a particular pathogen. So here vaccination is teaching our immune system how to fight against a particular pathogen or against a particular antigen. So here vaccination is a way to teach our body or to teach our immune system to recognize and eliminate the pathogenic organism. How to recognize the pathogen and how to eliminate the pathogen, that should be taught by this vaccination to our body. Then vaccination is an important form of primary prevention. So here the body is primarily prevented with the help of this vaccination program. So various types of vaccine we have seen from birth up to age 12. The different types of vaccines are given to particular individual to fight against a particular pathogen. So vaccination is very much important role playing to maintain our health. And these vaccination are nowadays controlling different type of diseases like measles, polio, tetanus and whooping cough. There are number of pathogens, there are number of diseases. We can see here measles means वाऱ्यापुळे किंवा गोवर आपण त्याला म्हणतो. Polio, as you know, the infection of our leg takes place by the polio virus. Then टिटॅनस धनुर्वात आपण त्याला म्हणतो, अँड वुपिंग कप मीन्स त्याला आपण माकड खोकला म्हणतो. सो देर आर नंबर ऑफ डिसीजेस, अँड फॉर दी प्रिव्हेन्शन ऑफ दिस डिसीज or for controlling the spread of disease we have to using nowadays different types of vaccines. And by this vaccination program, as we know, for polio from birth up to 6 years of age, in a year 2 polio doses are given to a particular child to fight against the polio virus. So here there are different types of vaccination programs can be run by the government to destroy the different diseases or to control the different diseases like measles, polio, tetanus and whooping cough. So in today's lecture we have seen the different types of cells which are responsible for acquired immunity, and in that we have studied the T lymphocyte and B lymphocyte. Out of that, T lymphocyte are produced in our they are differentiated in thymus gland, therefore those are called as a T lymphocyte, and some cells are differentiated in our gut, that is in tonsils or Peyer's patches, that is called as a bursal lymphoid tissue, and therefore those cells are called as a B lymphocyte or bursal lymphocytes. And these T lymphocytes are responsible for cell mediated immunity and B lymphocytes are responsible for antibody mediated immunity. Out of that, T lymphocytes are responsible for production of 4 types of cells: helper T cells, killer T cells, suppressor T cells, memory T cells. And B lymphocytes are, after activation, produces 2 types of cells: plasma cells and memory cells. Out of that, plasma cells are very much responsible for the production of special glycoproteins which are called as antibodies, and these antibodies are responsible for controlling the different actions of the antigens. And how these antibodies are getting mechanism of action by 3 steps that we have seen: agglutination, opsonization and neutralization. And then we have studied the antigen presenting cells are the second type of cells which are responsible for the development of our acquired immunity of the body, and these antigen presenting cells are attacking to the antigen and they are breaking or they are processing the antigen by different actions. And there are 3 examples: macrophages, B lymphocytes, and third we have seen the Langerhans cells of the epidermis of the skins, that is dendritic cells we have studied. And the last point we have studied here, the vaccination. The vaccination means administration of vaccine to protect against some infectious pathogen, and this vaccination is very much helpful to control the different types of diseases in our body. So in today's lecture we have completed the first part of our health. In next lecture we have to study what is the structure of antibody and what are the different aspects of this antibody. Till then, thank you.